Wading into War, Chapter 4. A few minutes later, Berman returned. He wore a quizzical expression on his face. I'm pretty decent about reading faces, but his face was non-committal. Without a word, he walked over to me and unlocked the cuffs. My hands tinkled as hot blood rushed back into my fingers. I massaged my hands as he spoke. Well, Mr. Wade, you just caught a break. We have multiple witnesses who corroborate your statements. One in particular noted she saw you cower like a baby when the shooting started. You just sat there for a bit. He leaned in close to my ear and half whispered, You know, if you can't handle it, you might want to use that brain of yours for something else. Anger seared through me. 1,000 retorts came to mind, but it looked like I was on my way out, so I played it cool. I was surprised, that's all. I froze. Berman sneered. Real cops don't freeze. They act. Despite myself, I blurted, Hey, I fought the shooter and got hit once and landed on your ass. Same witnesses told us that, too. He head nodded at the door. Get out of here. But watch yourself. Something tells me your new career as a PI might be a short one. And you won't be welcome back here, either. I stood, walking around the table. I stared into Berman's eyes, but they revealed nothing. I don't always mind what people think of me, but for some strange reason, I liked Berman and sought his approval. That would have to wait for another day. Leaving the interrogation room, I walked down the hallway toward the front of the station. I heard a strange commotion up ahead. When I rounded the corner, a gaggle of reporters flanked the exit. Flashbulbs went off, blinding me. I held up my hand, shielding my eyes, and turned away. One of the hulking officers was right behind me, and I thudded into his massive frame. More flashbulbs, and the first questions were shouted. Berman strolled in from behind the two giants and grinned at me. I just about slugged him right then and there. He had set me up, making sure all the reporters saw me. He stood in front of the small railing, relishing the attention. Thank you for coming today. I want to make a brief statement about the murder of Wendell Rosenblatt. That's why y'all are here, right? Mild chuckles from the gallery. More flashbulbs in the room. Rest assured, Mr. Rosenblatt's killer will be brought to justice. Houston's finest are on the case, and we have substantial leads that we are in the process of following up on. We believe this is an isolated incident, and there is no cause for continued alarm. One of the reporters called out a question. What about Wade? How does he fit into all this? Why'd you arrest him? Berman turned to me and gave his front-page smile. I dreaded what he'd say next. I was completely in his power, and he knew it. Mr. Wade was present at the scene. In his role as a private investigator, he was working a case. But with the murder, Mr. Wade's involvement is at an end. He was just filling in some details we needed. Now my professional detectives will be taking the case from here. He nodded at me and then indicated the door. I was dismissed in front of all the reporters. Damn. The distinct feeling the captain had just killed my career coursed through me. I waded through the throng, most of them giving me a pathway. I could see it in their eyes what they thought of me. When I got to the front door, my reflection in the glass stared back at me. I saw what they saw. A humiliated PI who just might need to find a new job tomorrow. I figured all the other cases I was working would have their clients calling my office to tell me they were taking their business elsewhere. I threw open the door and stormed out.